Welcome to Kaukauna High School. This is a special edition OSI video stream as we are set for the second annual FVA versus FRCC All-Star Classic. My name is Tony Giordana. I'm with Dick Napinski as well as Zach Morris, Gary Brolowski in attendance today to cover this for the OSI video stream. And Dick, it's always fun to get out here and do this event, and we're looking forward to a good second annual here tonight.
It is. It was a lot of fun last year. I appreciate the Kaukauna Hoops Cup putting this on. You thought you were rid of me after the state tournament. Well, we're out here and see some of the best from the FVA, FRCC. We had a great time here last year. I mean, the game was like 135-110 by the time it got done. A little bit modified scoring coming up this year. We'll get into that before the game starts, but we've got a three-point contest, a dunk contest, and these guys get a chance to suit up one more time before they head their separate ways and represent their towns, their high schools, and so forth.
Yeah, maybe the last time that some of these players can get together with each other, as most of them grew up with each other, whether they were on the same team or different teams. So we will dive into the rosters, who's all attending, and what the tournament will unfold as in a moment. I don't believe we're not going to do. Are we going to do a national anthem? I would imagine we'll do a national anthem.
Well, we've got a couple things coming up. You know, we're starting off with a three-point contest.
That's right.
So we've got that coming up first, and run down the people who are involved in it this year. We've got 4 out of the FVA, 4 out of the FRCC. Roman Binns out of Bayport, Grant Hardy from Appleton North, Isaac Herlash from De Pere, Malachi Herlihy from Oshkosh West, Will Sweeney, who was supposed to shoot and couldn't make it. He's got a function. He's out of state right now, can't get there. Kingston Vang out of Ashwaubenon, Leo Weber from Green Bay Notre Dame, and Braylon Easy from Appleton West will be firing the three-pointers up here this afternoon.
Get yourselves comfortable. We'll get back with you in just a few moments here, folks.
So as with most all-star things, little organizational stuff. You know, it's kind of on the fly here as it comes along. But
yeah, at this level. But it's always good to just at least have this, and it's a platform for some of these players to get together and just have some fun on after the season is concluded. Now, these are all seniors. All these players are, leaving their programs, and everything is WIAA compliant here. There are special head coaches for each side because regular coaches can't coach out of season. So we have that as well, Matt Immig and Joey LaChapelle.
Yeah, and the players are going to be wearing their high school jerseys.
Right.
Because it's one of those things, and this has come up in past in all-star games, where you give them a special jersey. Well, some of them are competing in spring sports. They can't accept it.
Right.
Because it's a free thing, especially if there's any kind of sponsorship on it or things like that. So we're going through a few of the last-second things. If you take a look on the court right now, you'll see it all set up with the basketballs and the various racks, much like the three-point shooting contest you're familiar with the NBA or the Final Four. That takes place here. Then you've got the money ball on each rack as well. So waiting forward to seeing some of this. But the three-point contest, just going through some of the stats of these folks, a lot of these players shot better than 40% from behind the arc for the year. You take a look at that, very impressive. Guys like Grant Hardy, he was second in the FBA this year, hitting 47% from behind the arc. I mean, that's pretty impressive. Roman Binns from Bayport, better than 45% from behind the arc. So that is something that is very impressive as you take a look at these players coming out. And talking a little bit to Ryan Bowers, the Kaukauna head coach, who kind of puts this on. It really is, they look at first and second team all-conference players and see who can make it out here, and some guys are committed to spring sports, can't make it out. And, of course, as soon as the season ends, other things start to happen.
So the three-point contest will consist of 2 rounds, all right, in this one. And, again, Dick listed off some of the players who will be participating in this. But, again, just a quick note on this type of event. These are 2 loaded conferences. I mean, there are state tournament teams all over the place. If we look at the last 5 to 10 years, even more recently than that this year with Appleton North going and De Pere as well in the FRCC. These are 2 loaded conferences.
Well, these conferences are regarded, especially, the FVA, especially regarded as one of the top 2 conferences in the state from top to bottom. FRCC perhaps down just a little bit this year, but some great teams up on top of it. You took a look at De Pere, West De Pere, Bayport, always very, very strong. Notre Dame has a good program. So looking forward to seeing some of these athletes compete one time. As we get into the game, we'll talk a little bit more about some of their accomplishments throughout the season and so forth.
The public address announcer here is Nick Vetrano
Hey,
from 95.9 KISS FM. That's right. It is a Woodward community media station. So he's getting the crowd into it now as the three-point contest is just about set to commence.
FRCC representing the Fox River Classic Conference. Give it up for Bayport, Roman Ben.
All right.
So it looks like Roman Binns will be the first to go. He's a bit shy over there.
Yeah, well,
He's like, okay, is this my time?
He was wondering, do we all get introduced? What happens here? And so we'll keep track of this. This is always fun. Roman Binns, as we mentioned, 45.3% from behind the arc this year. Got a whole bunch of rebounders out there.
Misses the first and the second. Roman Binns does have 68 made threes and a 47% shooter from long range in his career with the Bayport Pirates, and gets that first one, the last one, from the right corner, now to the right wing on the floor.
And if you talk to any three-point shooters, they've all got their favorite spots. And that's a big thing, too. That may have been his favorite spot right there. Suddenly started dumping in those.
Now that deep ball, no good, but gets to the top of the key.
Yeah. And people who have not, you shoot 2 or 3 three-pointers in a row, you're doing okay, usually in your driveway. You shoot 25 of them.
Yeah.
You feel your legs start to go by the end. Roman up to 10.
Yep.
11 now.
12. All right, maybe catching a hot streak.
It looks like left side might be his side.
Especially from the wing. Misses that last one, but is at 14. Heading into the last station, left corner. Misses the first. Sinks this one. He's got one more after this. Last shot. Good. Roman Binns finishes with a final score of 17 in the three-point contest.
Yeah, and you can see three-point shooters, and you can see Roman in the corners.
Yes.
Guys either love shooting from the corners or hate shooting from the corners. There's usually not much between. Well, Grant Hardy going to step forward now. And boy, what a season he had, both in football and basketball, Tony. All-conference quarterback in football.
Truly a gifted athlete overall.
Yeah, he is. And we had a chance to talk with him a little bit before this started up. But Grant now going to see if he can top 17 here in round number 1.
Here's Grant Hardy's. And now, Dick, the Appleton North Lightning are fresh off of a state tournament run, the first in school history. Grant Hardy is was one of 3 1,000-point scorers in that Lightning lineup, as Hardy has 4 heading to the right wing.
Yeah, I had a chance to talk a little bit to Chris Kellett, the Appleton North coach, who's here in attendance as well. And he said, boy, what a special season they had. First conference championship for the Lightning in 30 years of existence. First state trip for them as well. Grant at 7 right now.
At the top of the key. And he's getting into it here. The 6'4" wing heads to the left wing. He missed that that special ball here.
He's got one. He's in long distance from the chair. Okay.
Too short. Now he has to get back in this groove.
Well, that didn't take long.
Hardy, 14 points per game this season, a team that averaged 68 points per game, the Lightning. He's got 16 heading into the final station. Knocks down the 17th. 18, he now passes Binns, trying to end on a high note, extending that score. No, but he finishes with 21.
Okay, as they say in golf, our leader in the clubhouse at this moment.
Grant Hardy, 2 shooters into it. They reduced 2 there, so it is 19.
Okay, 19 on that one, all right.
That's still enough to pass Roman Binns.
Yep.
And advance to the next, depending on how the shooting goes after.
Yep. Okay, Kingston Vang coming up, honorable mention in the FRCC this year. 41% from behind the arc.
All right, Kingston, here we go.
Had 5 three-pointers against Manitowoc back on January 30th.
The 6'2" shooting guard from the right corner misses the first. Vang with 98 made threes in his career, a 44% shooter in his time with Ashwaubenon.
Yep.
Ashwaubenon, a team that did finish 6-20 this year, 9th in the FRCC.
Yeah, it just goes to show the competition. in that conference. Just getting your way through that conference play. Long distance shot coming up from Bay. There you go.
And he sinks it for 3. Oh, it goes to the top of the key with some momentum. Vang at 16 as he heads to the left side. No good on that second long ball, but now to the left wing.
He's found himself a little bit of a groove here. Yeah, what you don't see is these guys who shoot. You can't imagine how many thousands of three-pointers they have put up in practice and by themselves in gyms, playing AAU ball and so forth.
Now from the corner, he's got 22, so he has surpassed Grant Hardy. 23 now. Final ball is good. Final score for Kinston Vang is 25.
That's a nice start for the senior out of Ashwaubenon. 25, again, taking the lead.
The score has increased with each shooter. 17 from Vince, 19 from Hardy, now 25 with Vang.
From the FVA, please welcome to the floor from Oshkosh West, Malachi Hurley.
Oh, Malachi Hurley coming out. Honorable mention, all FVA this year for the Wildcats.
All right, now here we go. In 3, 2,
He's got his teammate Joey Ware, who is on the All-Star team. Will be playing in the regular game in a little bit.
Malachi off to a good start in the corner.
Yeah, and he's got kind of a split stance that he has. A little bit wider base than you see a lot of three-point shooters. Usually their feet are close together. Malachi likes to be a little bit wider stance.
Malachi, the 6'2 guard, averaged 11.5 points per game this year for the Wildcats. He did shoot over 40% from long range for Oshkosh West this season. He's got 13. With the long ball, no.
Yeah, that is an NBA type 3, that long one.
Gets one to fall there.
That's it.
Last one from the wing, no. He's down by 10 compared to the highest scorer, Kinston Vang. He's got 16, final 2 balls. Oh, that one won't go. Last ball is also no good. He finishes with a first round total of 16.
So Vang in front right now. Grant Hardy in second. Then Roman Binns and Hurley Heat.
Our next contestant from the FRCC, please give it up from Notre Dame, Leo Weber.
Leo Weber going to come out first teamer this year for the Tritons. They made it all the way to the sectional finals.
All right, Leo, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Leo Weber from Notre Dame will step in. Weber.
We'll see him playing in the All-Star game a little bit later on this evening.
68 made threes in his career, a 37% shooter from long range in his time with Notre Dame. Just has one so far after the first station.
Yeah, Notre Dame has fit into the FRCC very well, competitive in just about every sport they have. Consider this is a Division II school as well, and they're playing mostly Division I competition.
That's right. Weber top of the key now. Says his favorite movie is Happy Gilmore.
All right.
Bit of a golf and comedy background there. Last shot from the top of the key, no. Goes to that second long ball, only with 8. And gets that one to fall. He's now got 11 into double digits.
There we go. And you see Leo, it looks like the wing is more his favorite spot, but now the legs start getting a little weary. Yeah, and end up pushing the shot forward a little bit.
Sinks the first from the left corner. Trying to end on a high note. Runs out of time, so he won't get that final shot off. He does finish with 16 as a total.
Okay, let's see who we've got upcoming next here.
Contestant from the FVA, please welcome to the floor from Appleton West, Braylon Easy.
Braylon Easy coming in. He's going to step in because Jonah Rarig
25, the number to be
injured his ankle in a workout a little bit earlier this week, so he's unable to play. He was in the lineup for the regular All-Star game as well. Won't be able to get there. So FVA is going to be a little bit short-handed coming to the regular game, but Easy coming in. A little bit under 40% for the season from three, but boy, what a season he had for the Terrors. He was the main cog for Appleton West this year.
941 career points for Easy at the end of his high school career. 17.5 points per game this year, as you mentioned, Dick. He shot 46.5% from the floor, just about 30% from three. Now to the top of the key here.
Yeah, but everybody loves to shoot threes. That makes it easy after a while, Tony. You get any group of basketball players, even the young guys who are doing the rebounding, they're going to be chucking up threes if it's an open gym. And if you visit Rec Ball on Saturday morning for the old guys, too, they're chucking up threes as well.
That's the fun part.
Yep.
Easy now to the left wing. He's got 7. Easy, bit of an outdoorsman. Likes to fish, likes to hunt. He also likes to golf, besides basketball. He's got 10 at the last station.
He's got about 4 seconds to get off the last 2 shots.
Final ball. At the buzzer. How about that?
A sense of the dramatic for Easy. 12 points on that first round.
Our final contestant in the first round comes to you from De Pere. Please welcome Isaac Herlash.
Isaac Herlash coming in.
25 is your leader, Isaac.
Isaac, a 41% three-point shooter this year. Honorable mention in the FRCC.
Had 9.5 points per game. Did shoot 53.5% from the floor. That's a high percentage. At the first station. First ones won't go just yet. Herlash started playing basketball at the age of 6.
The peer program under Brian Winchester, what they've done over the past 20 years, very, very impressive.
He is in this three-point contest at 5 points, now 6. Trying to make it 7, won't. Now to the long ball. Off the front of the rim, can't go. Herlash says his favorite basketball moment was hitting 3 threes in a row to start a state basketball game for the Redbirds. So he is a three-point shooter. He's got 9 points heading into the second long ball for 3 off the front of the rim. No.
He's only got 20 seconds left on the clock, so he's going to have to really chuck it up in a hurry.
He's got 11, now 12. He's got 10 seconds left. He's got 13, looking for 15 here, moving to the last station. No. Final 5 seconds. He's got to work quickly.
Yeah, your form kind of goes. Well, you got the last one off, won't go, but finishes with 13.
After the first round, moving on to round 2. Our very first contestant of the night, Roman Bins from Bayport.
Okay, Bins with 17 is advanced to the second round.
With 19, Grant Hardy of Appleton North.
Grant Hardy moving on.
And your first round tally champion with 25,
Kingston Vang.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
So the first 3 we saw all get second round accolades.
Kicking us off as he did for the entire contest. One more time from Bayport,
Roman Bins, ready to go. Minute 10. They give you an extra 10 seconds here. Legs are tired.
Yeah, well, some of these players might need it.
Yeah.
Bins from the corner gets one to go.
We saw before in the first round, the corners were not his friends.
No.
He was better from the wing.
Shot 45% from 3 this season for the Pirates.
Played for Coach Nate Rickle. Again, one of the top programs in the FRCC. See a couple of their representatives who will be in the full All-Star game.
Gets himself on a bit of a roll there at the top of the key. He's got 12. Now onto the left side.
There we go. He's starting to light it up a little bit. And there. That's a nice one.
Final station. He's got 17. His round 1 score was 17. Now he surpasses with 18, 19, and looking for 20 here. Good. Trying to finish with 22. Can do it. 22 for Roman Bins in round number 2.
That's very impressive. That is an impressive score for that young man. Still at 3 seconds on the clock, too. Could have thrown up a couple more.
Might as well. All right, Grant Hardy, a round 1 score of 19, heads into round number 2. Here we go. First one good. Hardy picking up where he left off. First 2 will go.
Well, off to a decent start. Big thing is if you can sink a couple of those long balls worth 3 each, the one from back on the chair, that'll help you a lot.
Long ball from Hardy. No good. To the top of the key with 6 points, Grant Hardy. Plays for the Wisconsin Playmakers outside of high school ball, or did. $11 with the long ball. No, front of the rim.
Take his time here. He's got 22 seconds left on the clock, so plenty of time to get up his shots. He's going to need a little bit, though.
10 seconds. He's got 15. Trying to finish on a high note. All right, final ball. Good. So he finishes with 17. Won't be enough to topple Roman Binns.
And now Roman Binns is looking down at Kingston Vang now. Hey, don't ruin my night there, bro.
Kingston Vang had 25 in round 1. You need 23 to win, 22 to tie Roman Binns.
Yeah. This is it. Pressure's on.
Kingston's first shot, no.
There we go. Now he's on the board and starting to find his spot.
All right, he's got 4 after the first station. And picks up right there at the right wing. Oh boy, Vang is hot. He's got 7 now, 8. Looking for 10. No, in and out. Long ball, sizes it up.
Kind, yeah.
Oh, won't get it to go. Look at Vang go. 12.
Get the feeling top of the key's his.
Wow. Another long ball. That one will go. He's got 17. Kingston Vang trying to topple Roman Binns in the 3-point contest. 19.
Roman Binns just put his head in his hands.
20, 21. Here for the win. Kingston Vang is good. He's got 23. He's going to keep shooting just to see how high this score can go. 24. Here for 26. Gets it. 25 in round 1, 26 in round 2. And Kingston Vang is your 3-point contest champion.
Very impressive. I mean, those were 2 high-level shooting performances by Kingston Vang.
We will be joined by Kingston Vang in just a moment after he gets awarded his hardware.
Very nice trophy you get for doing that.
It is.
Just,
I don't know what the final was last year, but we're just going to call that a record.
yeah.
It was a record. I'm looking at the stats from last year. It was a record. 21 was the high that won in round 2 last year.
So they're going to clear that off and get ready for the dunk contest here a little bit later.
Eddie Bolchin won the 3-point contest of Manitowoc.
That's right. I remember that last year. Yeah.
Now Kingston Vang.
You weren't in the dunk contest last year. You're going to get in this year?
Yeah, I think so. Well, okay. I asked Ryan Bowers if that's a possibility.
Yeah, and see.
I was shut down rather quickly.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll get the mini tramp up here.
All right, so stand by, folks, as you can see Kingston Vang is on his way up.
Yep, we've got to hand Kingston a headset here and put down the trophy and get him all set there. Kingston Vang joining us from Ashwaubenon. Hey, congratulations. That was a nice shooting performance.
Yeah, thank you. Honestly, I was a little nervous. I haven't shot a basketball in a while, so I was just trying to make at least a few. I didn't think I'd win it.
Yeah, we're talking about, guys usually like the wings more than the corner. Is that kind of your style too?
For sure. The corner feels too closed in. You're scared of hitting like the side of the backboard.
How much of a factor does the time play rather than just trying to find your shot?
I think it did a big part because I was just trying to make sure I got all the shots because a few guys weren't able to get all of them, so I wanted to make sure, I had as many shots as possible to get as many points as I could.
Did it just start to feel smooth after a while? You said you hadn't shot for a while, but it came out, and especially at the top of the key.
Yeah.
You locked in right there. That really
Top
made
of
a
the key is
difference.
definitely my best shot because I'm straight on. So
Yeah.
I was just trying to line up my foot to the hoop and keep myself on a line.
Yeah. Well, for you, what's happening next year with you now that you're leaving Ashwaubenon, moving on to the next part of your?
I think I'm actually going to try to play JUCO baseball.
Oh, okay.
I've had a few opportunities, but I think that's definitely my main course right now.
Okay. Any ideas where you might want to go, or
Not
try
really.
yet?
I'm still talking to some coaches.
Okay. Favorite position on baseball?
Shortstop, of course.
You're a shortstop.
All right,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, there we go. Well, you did a great job here tonight. Appreciate you coming up. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Our winner,
Congratulations, Kinston. Thank you for
Kinston
joining
Bang
us.
from Ashwaubenon, winner of 3-point contest tonight. So thank you much. Glad he could join us. And that's a nice trophy. You could take that
All
one
right.
home for a while. Yeah. So,
It's always fun when they get to go home with a nice piece of hardware like that, too,
Yep.
to commemorate a moment like this. But again, that's Kinston Bang, who is the 3-point contest winner here. And in just a moment, we'll begin the dunk contest.
So again, Andrew Jensen, Bryce Ott, and Joey Ware
Joey Ware, yep.
will all take part in the 3-point contest, or dunk contest rather. Beg your pardon.
All right, we got a guest announcer here.
We do. Jason Slade, also of 95.9 KISS FM. If you recognize that voice, he is the in-game host at Lambeau Field.
So very used to that. Yep. And
All right, so the judges of the dunk contest will be Josh Hill, Tank Johnson, Thomas Myers, Connor Pitletsky, and Reed, also from 95.9 KISS FM. Thomas Myers and Connor Pitletsky, two college basketball players right now for
well,
St.
I remember Tank Johnson from Oshkosh North played on a state team for the Spartans under Frank Shady, and he was the MVP of an FVA All-Star game that they held here at Kaukauna. So we got Reed being introduced.
We also have from FVA Kimberly All-Star
Thomas Myers, who was a standout at Kimberly.
FRCC All-Star from Green Bay Southwest. Give it up for
If you're wondering who won the dunk contest last year,
Yep.
that was Caden Groff with Kaukauna. Won it on his home court. Andrew Jensen looking to make it 2 for 2 for Kaukauna in this event.
I remember Caden last year. We talked to him, and he was a guy. He was a late bloomer. His senior season came up big in the final year of Coach Mike Shallow. Made it all the way to the sectionals.
In round 1 last year, Groff had 96, got him into round 2 where he won with a score of 50.
Now, talking to everybody beforehand, everybody is thinking Andrew Jensen is your prohibitive favorite, which may give a little motivation to Joey Ware and Bryce Ott, a couple of Oshkosh guys wanting to perform well here.
And no matter who wins, we will be joined by them after the contest.
Now, straightening away. As you can see, these things get organized, and you try to keep things well organized, but there's always last-second things. So let's see who goes first. Joey Ware.
Joey Ware. So they do put a minute even on the clock. Here we go. Joey Ware from the top. Nice windmill.
Yeah, he felt he didn't quite get enough air underneath that one, though. You can tell just the look on his face. So you get to do it again. And this is another thing. About your third or fourth one, I've got the judges. So all 8s for Joey Ware. Give him 40 on that first dunk. Now, if I've got this right, they get 2 dunks each.
I think so. Now Andrew Jensen. Nice reverse.
Yeah. Well, at 6'10", it certainly helps, too.
Someone did award a 9. 3 10s and a 9.
So Andrew Jensen, our leader.
Bryce Ott.
Oh, that was impressive out of Bryce Ott.
That's right. On the first attempt for all 3 so far.
7. Oh, we've got the, that was a former Olympics figure skating judge over there handing out 7s.
On to our next round of dunks. Joey Ware, Oshkosh West.
Joey Jenna tried to pick this one up, had 40 points on the first round. Oh.
Ware can't get the first. He's still got that
Yep.
1 minute to go.
He's got 1 minute. He's going to bounce off the photographer over there. Now this is stuff been practicing in the gym after the coaches leave. Oh, touched the backboard and through.
That's pretty impressive right there from Joey Ware. Let's see what the scores say here. 9, 8, 7, 9, and 8.
40 points.
That's an even 40. So 40 on back-to-back. The human calculator, Dick Nipinski. All right, here's Andrew Jensen. No good on the first. You can see what he's going for. All right, here it comes. Andrew Jensen switches to the left hand to get the slam right down the middle.
All nine. So 45 for Andrew Jensen.
Bryce
He had a chance. He was trying to reverse underneath.
Yeah. Reverse by bringing it up, bringing it down, and putting it back up to dunk it. Here it comes. Got it that time. Now, the three-point contest, I'll try, but dunk, no. Wow. All eights there as well.
So 40 points right there.
Now they await the final scores to see what.
I'm not sure if it's cumulative or just your best one. I guess they get one more.
Next round.
Okay. See, at this point, we'd need mini trampolines or maybe a full trampoline to get up there.
That's right. Make it a little, I was going to say a little risky for injury, but
there we go.
less. Nice spin move, 360 there from Joey Ware. Oh, 110 short. He had a 9 in there, but a total of 49.
That was impressive. You're going to get after the judge with a 9.
Yeah, what else do you need to see to reward a 10? That was impressive.
Okay, Jensen's got a big standard now.
Coming in from the right wing. Ooh, tried underneath the leg there.
I think last year we saw somebody try about 5 dunks and eventually just said, my legs are gone now.
Yeah, and just went up with it. Here's Jensen. The big man. Oh, lost
there we go.
it. He went up with it.
I don't think you can keep the kid's going to have to throw that back.
That's
you don't
right.
get that as a souvenir.
The 6'9" power forward, Andrew Jensen, resizing from the left wing. Interesting dribble, bounces to himself and just decides to slam it through. See what the scores are here.
3 8s and 2 9s for Andrew Jensen.
42. Bryce Ott. Joey Ware, our leader in the clubhouse.
Here's Bryce Ott in from the left wing. Oh, he also tried to go between his legs.
See what he's got here for the second one.
Here we go again.
Not only do you have to throw it down, you have to think of, okay, what's going to be really cool? Where can I get some points here?
Yeah, he's just getting stuffed by the rim on that between the leg.
He's going to try this one off the glass. Nope. Yeah. So we'll get the final totals here.
Special thanks to our judges, all 3 of our dunkers.
There's only so much of that dunk you can actually do, and then eventually you get tired.
It's a close one. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of this year's Slam Dunk Contest from Kaukauna High School,
Andrew Jensen has enough in the early rounds to prevail.
Andrew Jensen is your winner of the dunk contest. The favorite wins it.
Yep.
The 6'9" power forward. In 2 years of this event, 2 Kaukauna Ghosts have won. And this year it's Andrew Jensen. We'll be joined by him in a moment after they take the picture of him with the hardware that he won.
Yep. And we'll get him up here.
We'll head up this way.
Yep. And, have a chance to talk to Andrew here in a moment. And comes up with his trophy after the slam dunk contest win. So there, we'll give you a headset here, Andrew, and have you put that on. And so congratulations. How are the legs after all those?
They're sore.
Yeah, I can believe it. So, it's one of those things. We were talking about that. Not only do you have to try to execute the dunk, you have to try to think of a dunk.
Yeah.
I mean, did you give this any thought whatsoever before coming in? Like, okay, I want to try this one, and
Yeah, I mean, I had them lined up, and that last one I was going to go for the 360, but then Joey did it, so I'm thinking, oh, crap, I got to find another one to do. So that's why, I knew I could hit it consistently. So that's, I missed a couple. So I was just hoping that I could get one down, and, I got one that I've done before. It's not super, super flashy, but I knew I could get it through, and I was hoping it would give me enough points just to win the round.
They had you.
Are there any live adjustments you make when you watch some of your competitors go after their dunks? And, obviously you have a strategy coming in, but when you watch them go at it, do you change at all or stick to your plan?
A little bit. So for my second dunk, I was just going to try to go for like a safer one, but then I saw Joey miss, so I was thinking, okay, maybe it's all right if I miss one. So that's why I tried for the switch. So I got on the second try. So that's part of the strategy. And then just like I said, dunks, you never know if one's going to get taken by someone else. So
Sure.
The windmill, I was going to do that one first. Joey did it. And then the 360, which he did, I was going to do that one too. So
he stole your stuff.
Basically, yeah. No, I was hoping I could go first, so I don't have to worry about that. But
well, we know you want to get down and get warmed up for the game here, but congratulations. It's been a pleasure watching you for 4 years here at Kaukauna High School. And again, congrats. Wish you the best in the future.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Andrew Jensen from Kaukauna joined. He's got his own fan club here, too.
A nice round of applause from the
And,
the youth student section here, too.
Here we
looks
go.
like.
The next hooper. Who's the next Andrew Jensen? He might be sitting in front of us, right? So, ready to go. The guys are coming out. We've got about 13 minutes here to warm up a little bit before the start of the All-Star game proper.
So with the finals from the contest, Kinston Vang was the winner of the three-point contest, and Andrew Jensen wins the dunk contest. We're going to step aside on this OSI video stream. When we come back, we'll continue to lead up to the action of the All-Star game between the FVA and the FRCC. Don't go anywhere. This is the OSI video stream.
Hi, my name is Dr. Todd Kegel. Open 7 days a week, our Orthopedic and Sports Institute walk-in clinic is here for you to provide access to quick expert care for work-related injuries, sprains and strains, fractures, sports injuries, and more. No appointment needed, just expert orthopedic care when you need it most. For immediate orthopedic care in Appleton, visit our OSI walk-in clinic located on the corner of I-41 and Ballard Road. Call today to start your journey to a pain-free life.
The low hum of heavy equipment, the drone of power tools, the swift movement of boots on the ground as craftspeople work safely and efficiently. These are the sounds of an active construction site, the core of our business. At Myron Construction, our teammates carry out the crucial job of bringing our clients' dreams to life. They hold in their hands the tools to make something out of nothing and build structures that will stand the test of time. Together, we are building excellence.
Welcome back to pregame of the OSI video stream. Tony Giordano, Dick Napinski, now joined by Grant Hardy of the Appleton North Lightning. And Grant, I just want to start off by asking you, the state tournament run that your team just got off of in your senior year, what memories will stay with you from this run?
I mean, definitely the hotel nights, playing video games and that type of stuff, and just the enthusiasm of all the guys being down there. It was all kind of surreal day one, but then, we all kind of locked in that night and, woke up, got a good breakfast, and we believe that we could win that game.
And a lot of people were surprised how tough you stayed with Wisco, Wisconsin Lutheran down there. I mean, what did you see that you could do against those guys to hang with them that entire game down in Madison? I
mean, we knew that, they were very talented, but, we knew that if we played our team ball, that we were as good as anyone. Discipline beats talent, and it always will. So that was kind of our focus going in. They're a very well-sized team. But, we knew that if we played our brand of basketball, that we had a shot.
Yeah, you're heading off to Winona State next year. What does the schedule look like for you? What do the coaches say? Okay, this is what the next few months are going to look like for Grant Hardy.
Yeah, so this past week and a half, 2 weeks, I've started my weight program. So that's been that's a heavy lifting schedule. And then in June, I'll be there for 2 weeks, running some youth camps, some skills academies and stuff like that with some practices after. And then August 20th, I'll right around there, I'll be moving in and getting ready for school.
Yeah. What do they see as your role coming into the team first year?
I think they see me as a guy that can play smart basketball, fit in my role of just being basically a spot-up shooter, not try to do too much, play good defense, make the right play, and hit the open shot.
Yeah. Was that a goal of yours? Say, I want to play college basketball, or for how long has that been a goal?
I mean, I think growing up, I think I was probably more college football. I was more football-oriented. And then that probably around 7th grade, it switched to basketball, and then after that, it was like, I really enjoy what I'm doing, so I want to do it at the next level.
Finally, Grant, what does it mean to you to perform in an event like this, and what are you hoping to get out of it?
I mean, I'm just looking to make memories, have fun. I got some of my AAU teammates that I've played with that I did not play with during the high school season. So I get to play with them again, and just make memories and have fun.
That's Grant Hardy with Appleton North. We appreciate your time. Look forward to calling this event.
Thank you.
All right, we'll bring it right back on the OSI video stream.
Hi, my name is Dr. Todd Schubkegel. Open 7 days a week, our Orthopedic and Sports Institute walk-in clinic is here for you to provide access to quick expert care for work-related injuries, sprains and strains, fractures, sports injuries, and more. No appointment needed, just expert orthopedic care when you need it most. For immediate orthopedic care in Appleton, visit our OSI walk-in clinic located on the corner of I-41 and Ballard Road. Call today to start your journey to a pain-free life.
What is the mark of a true builder? At Myron Construction, we believe it's in the details. It's the strong sense of commitment to the people and places in which we work. The more than 100 years of experience we bring to every project site. It's our labor force, 1,200 strong. Our investment in cutting-edge equipment and technology. And our commitment to exceeding expectations. Most of all, it's our passion for bringing dreams to life. This is building excellence.
It's the OSI video stream, still the pregame festivities before the FVA FRCC All-Star Classic, the second annual. We're joined by Noah Maniscalco with De Pere. And Maniscalco, I just want to talk about, first off, you said that, I was doing some prep on you, you said that your favorite basketball memory was your sectional final win against Brookfield East. Talk about, yes, you can talk about that, but just overall, your memories that you've taken away from your time with the De Pere Redbirds.
Yeah, it was a great experience. This year we kind of went into the season, people didn't really know what we were going to do. We didn't really have any big names, and building our name and as a team, building momentum throughout the year, and then getting to play at the Kohl Center, that was a really, really cool experience, and winning with all my buddies, that was really fun.
Talk about that. We saw you down there at the Kohl Center, and Coach Winchester and you guys getting down there for the first time in several years. Just what is that experience like after going through a season playing in gyms, and then you're in the big house for that one?
Yeah, it was really surreal. I mean, it was kind of our goal the whole year, and honestly my goal since I've been young, watching the guys above me playing there, and to get there and play on that court in front of a lot of people was a really good experience.
And you've added your name now to all those other great De Pere teams that have gone down to state in the past, but now off to Eau Claire next year, I understand. So what does the next few months, first of all, healing up the knee a little bit, but what do the next few months look like for you as you get ready to go to Eau Claire?
First off, I got to heal a little bit, get my knee right, but once we get there, really focus on getting stronger and ready to compete at the college level.
What made the difference for you going to Eau Claire? I know they've got that great new arena there, but when you got over there, what was the difference saying, this is the place I want to play basketball?
Yeah, I mean, the coaching staff, I really liked them. They made me feel like I was at home, and the campus was really nice. The facilities you can't argue with, so it was a really good place for me. I feel like I can see myself there.
As you can see, and as we've talked about so far in the interview, Noah won't be performing in the festivities here, but what does it mean to you to be selected to perform in this event and just play with some of your peers or watch some of your peers here tonight?
Oh, yeah, it means a lot. It's really an honor. I mean, there's a lot of big names here. A lot of guys are going to play at great places, so to be able to compete with them and watch them play, I guess, it's really cool.
That's Noah Maniscalco with De Pere. We appreciate your time and hopefully a quick and healthy recovery for you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, again, that's Noah Maniscalco with De Pere. We'll bring it right back on the OSI video stream.
Hi, my name is Dr. Todd Schubkegel. Open 7 days a week, our Orthopedic and Sports Institute walking clinic is here for you to provide access to quick expert care for work-related injuries, sprains and strains, fractures, sports injuries, and more. No appointment needed, just expert orthopedic care when you need it most. For immediate orthopedic care in Appleton, visit our OSI walking clinic located on the corner of I-41 and Ballard Road. Call today to start your journey to a pain-free life.
A century is made up of minutes, but more importantly, of moments. Moments of hard work, dedication, challenges, and triumphs. From Myron Construction, the past 100 years were built by the steady hands of tradespeople who laid a strong foundation, and continues to thrive because of our passionate team members. As we close this significant chapter of our history, our sights are set on what we will accomplish together in the years to come, because together we'll continue building excellence.
Welcome back to Kaukauna High School, the OSI video stream of the second annual FVA FRCC All-Star Classic. Tony Giordana, Dick Napinski with you, along with Zach Morris and Gary Brolowski, who are in attendance tonight. A team effort to get this one done. Special thanks to everybody who was able to put this together, as well as SCORE brand manager Alex Thomas. And Dick, it was a fun three-point contest and a fun dunk contest. And next comes up the All-Star game.
All-Star game, and, these teams, a lot of these guys going on to the next level to play. Andrew Jensen, we talked about, going to DePaul. We've got other guys going to various colleges, Division II, Division III. FVA might be a little short-handed tonight. Some guys who were selected for the team unavailable, most notably from Appleton North, Nathan Ramus, Will Sweeney not able to be here tonight. Jonah Rarig got injured this week during a workout, so he won't be able to participate. So you've got 7 guys. It's going to be kind of Iron Man situation for that. We talked to Noah Maniscalco just a little while ago from De Pere, and of course he has got a little bit of a knee thing going on, trying to get himself all squared away before he goes off to UW Eau Claire this fall to play basketball there. But here we've got the guys, and we saw it last year in the All-Star game, Tony. Defense will not be a consideration.
No, not today.
Not of this. Yep. And but it should be fun to watch some of this. These guys, regardless of which conference that you've spent most of the past season on, this is fun. These are some of these guys played hard against each other for the entire winter season, and now they get to team up a little bit, and this is pretty much a fun game. And the other thing you have to remember, Tony, is a lot of these guys play together in AAU ball. It's not like you never see your opponents except when you play against them.
Right.
A lot of these guys are on the same teams. It's kind of mix and match throughout the entire summer circuit. Matter of fact, there's a big tournament going on this weekend at the Champions Center. AAU ball going on. A lot of teams being involved in that from players for future years and future seasons. But these seniors finishing up their careers, their last, high school representative game tonight here at Kaukauna.
The last year that these teams met in the first annual, FRCC won 135-110. Amari Allen was the MVP of that game. And again, that is kind of the stage for tonight. Who are the athletes that will be partaking in this one?
Well, you're taking a look at some of these guys. Of course, you look at guys like Andrew Jensen going Division I next year to DePaul. You look at guys going Division II, Grant Hardy going off to Winona State next year to play Division II basketball. And a lot of guys Division III. Those are the opportunities. And some guys, this is the last competitive game they'll play.
That's right.
And, some of them going off to just pursue studies, and they'll be playing intramural and rec ball next year at their respective universities. So those are the kind of things that you're looking at as you head into this one. So it's a little bit time. This is a fun game.
It is.
The season's been over more than a month now. This is basically fun time for everybody. Matter of fact, you take a look, our last game, the Appleton North game in De Pere, they played on that Friday night on March 20th, which was our last game that we had for the season back on our broadcast schedule. So
we're about 60 seconds away from the festivities kicking off, and just a couple of the notable players, as we've been mentioning all throughout this pregame and some of the contests we had earlier. Andrew Jensen, who was obviously the Conference Player of the Year, the DePaul commit. A couple 1,000-point scores for Team FVA. Grant Hardy, Nathan Ramus, who was not participating, Will Sweeney, who was also not participating, Andrew Jensen, and Bryce Ott. Blake Bohr did it for Sheboygan North as well. I mean, there's just talent all over the place when you get to a level like this, and you really see it when there's 1,000-point scores. That proves not just skill set, but longevity as well to be successful throughout their career in high school.
Yeah, a lot of those guys, they were 3-year varsity players.
Yeah.
You can do it in 2 now with a 24-game regular season. It's possible to do it that, and you throw in sometimes anywhere from 2 to 5 tournament games to add to that. So it's possible to get there. Matter of fact, 1,000 points from 30 years ago, probably comparable 1,250 to 1,500 now. So the game has changed a little bit, and especially if you came in and did a lot of your scoring before the three-point arc came around.
Oh, yeah, right.
So we're getting set to go here. They're going to be a 20-minute first half, a little bit of a change in the second half. They're going to go down to 4 minutes left in the game. And whatever team is ahead, they're going to add 15 points to that total, and the first team to that point total wins. You may have seen this in the $1 Million Challenge tournament.
Yep.
That you've seen, the 3-on-3 tournaments going on. It's a way to, things don't get too lopsided. And so the team behind still has an opportunity to come back in. So we've got our officials coming in tonight. These guys, wonder how rusty these guys are.
Yeah, could be. I mean, they haven't seen basketball in about a month's time or even more.
Kenny Sirakis, Mike Graber, Travis Caswell out there in the striped shirts this evening. And a couple of, I don't know if I call them celebrity coaches, but guys who well known around the high school area, who played at UW Oshkosh this past season. Joey LaChapelle, who played at Appleton East. Matt Immig from Ashwaubenon. Outstanding players in their own right, and played for the Titans this past season, which, by the way, the Titans going to have a coaching change coming in as Matt Lewis stepped aside as they are moving to Illinois. So the officials being introduced right now, so there'll be a change for that program coming up. Okay, 6 personal fouls instead of 5. NBA rules on that one.
Some adjustments to allow for a bit more fun and action.
So as we talk about some of these players coming up, we will have a national anthem coming up here before this one here at Kaukauna High School.
Yeah. So let's step aside for the national anthem and bring it back in just a moment. Again, this is the OSI video stream.
Hi, my name is Dr. Todd Schubkegel. Open 7 days a week, our Orthopedic and Sports Institute walk-in clinic is here for you to provide access to quick expert care for work-related injuries, sprains and strains, fractures, sports injuries, and more. No appointment needed, just expert orthopedic care when you need it most. For immediate orthopedic care in Appleton, visit our OSI walk-in clinic located on the corner of I-41 and Ballard Road. Call today to start your journey to a pain-free life.
Dusty boots from a hard day's work, a sense of progress and pride. A hard hat adorned with a collection of successful projects and dreams brought to life. These are trademarks of a construction worker, their unique signature. At Myron Construction, the men and women who build our projects from the ground up balance artistry and skill with safe, quality construction. Their legacy reaches far beyond the physical structures they build, setting the stage for our clients to do what they do best. Together, we're building excellence.
All right, again, this is the OSI video stream just moments before the second annual All-Star game between FVA and FRCC. I believe they're going to announce the players, or maybe even just the starters.
I think they're lining them up. Everybody gets announced at the start of this one.
Starting lineups, we want to meet our full rosters.
So we'll get the full rosters here. We see quite a few coaches coming in tonight, too. Watch their players one more time. some of them that we've seen here before. But let's take a look at some of the starters or the players tonight for these various teams. Carson Dorgu being introduced. Let's see, Jack Buchter coming out. Blake Burr from Sheboygan North. Isaac Herlash coming out from De Pere. AJ Ivy from Bayport. Misha Kupsch. Matt Stevens from Bayport. Jack Warden stepping out from Notre Dame. And Leo Weber. And Noah Maniscalco, who is the wave. He's still on the crutches from that knee injury or knee procedure that he had after the season. So from Fox Valley Association, we've got Jackson Anderson, second team All FVA. Joining him will be Grant Hardy from Appleton North. Appleton West, Braylon Easy. Andrew Jensen stepping out from Kaukauna. Bryce Ott, first team All FBA selection this year. From Kimberly, Keegan Plew, this year playing for first-year coach Cam Cerrone. From Oshkosh West, Joey Ware stepping out. Kaukauna, and not playing tonight will be Jonah Rarig, and he'll be waving to the crowd as well. So tough break for Jonah. Scheduled to play in this one, not able to. Nathan Ramus and Will Sweeney also selected to the team. They're unable to make it here tonight. So there's your selection. Well, if I'm the FBA, you're going to see a lot of minutes tonight.
That's right. That's right. Bit of a different roster size.
And we'll see if they, I see they introduced Malachi Herlihy at the end. I wonder if he might see a few minutes as well, just to give some guys some breaks.
Yeah, they could use the legs over on that side.
Malachi in the three-point shooting contest a little bit earlier tonight.
We're going to run down the rules one more time.
All right, so there are some special rules here in play tonight.
Yep.
Again, 6 personal fouls. We have the difference in time or score towards the end of the game.
Yeah, and no shot clock. I don't want to get in that debate here tonight either.
Yeah, that's been a hot one lately.
Well, it has been, and I think it's going to continue regardless of which side you fall in on that one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet our starters tonight.
And now we're going to get the starters for each of these teams.
Standing at 5'11" from De Pere, Jack Buchter.
Jack Buchter going to start things off tonight out of De Pere, second team All FRCC. From Sheboygan North, Blake Burr coming out. FRCC in the dark jerseys tonight. Carson Dorgu, an all defensive team selection in his conference this year. AJ Ivy came to Bayport this year, had an outstanding season for the Pirates. And then Leo Weber, a first team all-conference player for the Tritons. The starting lineup for the FVA. Grant Hardy going to come in. From Appleton West, Braylon Easy. FBA in the white uniforms tonight. Andrew Jensen, of course, he's from the host school. I think he gets to start.
I think so, yeah. Would only make sense.
Yep. Oshkosh North, Bryce Ott. From Kimberly, Keegan Plew going to round out the starting lineup. Joey LaChapelle with the clipboard over there on the bench.
Yeah, towards the right side of your screen.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going. Wonder if he has any plays he's going to call.
I would imagine you have a couple dialed in. Like,
okay.
Just for fun, we're going to dial
set
this
a screen.
one.
Okay, we got a tall guy. Let's throw it to him.
That's right. Okay, Carson Dorgu and Andrew Jensen will tip it off.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, ref deked him out that time.
Here's the tip, and it is won by Team FRCC for the second annual FVA FRCC All-Star Classic. Again, FRCC wearing the color jerseys, the dark jerseys, and in white is FVA. Carson Dorgu no good on the first shot, and FVA trying to come away with first points of the game.
And like I say, you're seeing some defense now, but it's early. We saw that last year, too. And what's interesting is, you've seen these guys, you've played against them, shot missed there by Ott, but you don't know what they do. Who likes to go where? How do they like to slip screens? Things like that. That'll be interesting to watch, and it could make for a little bit of ragged ball sometimes.
Bohr tries to feed back.
As I was mentioning.
Yeah, A.J. Ivy, and it was out of reach for him to grab.
So that's it. I mean, when you play with your teammates all year, you kind of know where they are. Here are the cuts. We're going to set up there. Here's where they like to shoot. It's a little more like a free-flowing pickup ball in some ways, but really good pickup ball game.
Ott hands off for Hardy, a deep three. Hardy is good. FVA with the first points of the game makes it 3-0 from Grant Hardy.
It almost looks like it's a zone defense out of FVA to start things off.
Ther for three, misses everything.
Dorgu with
Rebound.
a one-handed rebound.
FRCC, Ivy, no good on his three. Yeah, it's kind of that game.
Yeah.
3-3-3. All right.
And what guys can do here a lot of times too, Tony, you see Plouffe setting up underneath in the 10-foot fadeaway, that you can be a little more freewheeling.
That's right.
You're not running in any kind of scheme whatsoever. You just want to have a little bit of fun, maybe show off a little bit.
Here's Buchter getting inside the paint, feeding Ivy. Now Bohr for three from Sheboygan North, in and out.
Ott had it. He just hit his chest. Yeah, that's on me. I was trying to make a one-handed rebound.
Rebound will go to Ivy, and A.J. Ivy, 15.5 points per game this year for Bayport. Now to Weber of Notre Dame. Weber, mid-range, no. Rebound by Keegan Plouffe. Here's Easy. Easy makes it look easy, laying it in off the left side of the glass. And, Dick, we saw him earlier this year with Appleton West as they played Appleton North, and Easy is really one of those X-factor players.
Yeah, he attacks the basket so well. You saw it against Dorgu that time, coming in, knowing where the taller man was, switching hands, and using his body as a shield so the shot could not get blocked.
Inbound. Bohr tried to lay it in but couldn't. FVA up 5-0. Here's Hardy for three. Front rim, no.
His legs might be tired from firing up threes before.
Could be. Dorgu will fire up a three from the left side and get it to go. First points for FRCC come from Carson Dorgu. And that is not a shock to Ashwaubenon fans. Almost 16 points per game, 7.5 rebounds per game, 45% from the floor this year for Dorgu.
Nice move by Bryce Ott, taking the baseline. So, and rarely do you see a coach with a backward baseball cap on the sideline.
I was going to point that out myself.
Matt Immig is using the relaxed style along the bench. There we go.
We'll get you a shot of that in a moment. Meanwhile, it's just Andrew Jensen slamming down a dunk. What's new for Kaukauna there?
Well, different assist guy that time.
Ivy out to Weber. Weber left-hand dribble, and we'll get one to go.
Yeah, and what Weber does so well, and you saw it there, is take that jab step into the lane, then back up and get the floater, give himself some space. You're going up against taller players a lot of times. You develop that through the years on how to make your own shot.
Ooh, nice job off the the glass there by Braylon Easy. Dorgu. Foot was on the line. Long two. No. Booker. There for the deflection. Will lay it in.
It fell right into his hands. They couldn't corral the rebound.
Getting set for our first substitutions of the game in just a moment. Meanwhile, here's Hardy for three from the corner. No. Dorgu. Trying to work. Looking for a foul. Maybe a travel in there. No whistle.
I think there were a couple of them in there.
Maybe a little push off there from Ott as well. No call. That's all right, though. Ott wide open for three. Deep. Too short on it. Easy. Nice save. That was a smooth save into Ott.
That was behind the back. He threw it to the open spot.
Keegan Plew, the left-handed shooter for three. No. Here's Buchter. Again, 11-7 is our score.
I saw Jensen in there. He wasn't going to try that.
Buchter. Weber for three from the right wing. Splash. And a timeout on the floor for the subs to come in. It's 11-10 after the Leo Weber three.
And Weber now with 5 points.
This is always fun. You can see kind of some of the strategy. It's going to be a high offensive game.
It is. It's these guys are going to take a little while just to get themselves into gear. We've got Jackson Anderson into the ball game now. Jensen stays in there. Early helping out. A late addition. He'll be playing some minutes.
Ware, no good on his shot. Rebound by Leo Weber.
Herlash and Warden with the ball in the corner.
Nice
Warden with the three
right
in the corner.
Warden. More so known for his football ability. Can get it done on the basketball court too, obviously. Now Anderson for three. He'll get that to go and put FVA back out in front, 14-13. Weber, step back, good. Answering. Now we're starting to heat up, Dick, 16-14 FRCC.
Yeah, very impressive shot that time.
Anderson behind the back from the left wing, too short on his three attempt. Warden. Put it back and forth there with Stevens. Out of the corner, here's a three no good from Coops. Grant Hardy. Now Jensen to Ware. Ware for three. No.
That's Joey, mostly an inside guy. Showed it right there.
Now here's a three. That one won't go. Out of the hands of Warden. Now Ware. He'll slam it down. Can't do it from long range. He might as well just take it to the rim to slam it. Tied at 16, and that one goes out of bounds off of the official.
Yeah, banked it off the ref. And see Ivy checking back in for Weber.
Well, Joey Ware says his favorite basketball role model or favorite player is Kevin Durant because he was always the most entertaining player to watch when he was younger. Ware doing his fair share of entertainment right there. Under 12 to go. Again, this is a 20-minute half, and we're knotted at 16. Here's Joey Ware trying to dribble around Stevens. Couldn't do so. Nice feed underneath. Now back out. Here's a three. Warden, no. Jensen the rebound. Bit of a size difference there between Jensen and Anderson going up for that ball.
Yeah, well, you let the big guy grab it there. Yeah.
Back in the hands of Ware. Ware to Anderson. Jackson Anderson, a member of the Fox Valley Kings.
Yeah. I see they're going to let them play today, too.
Understandable. There's a deep three. That one will splash by Matt Stevens.
So already have 4 3-pointers in this one for the FRCC.
Dribbling this one up the floor for FRCC is Herlash. At the right wing, dribbles inside and kicks back out. This is Kubsch.
Oh, pretty pass.
Wow. Nice feed there to Herlash, who finished it off by putting it up.
21-16, the FRCC lead.
Yeah, Brian Winchester, his former high school coach, on the sidelines tonight, watching that one.
Brian Winchester is the coach of the year in the FRCC.
Deservedly so, too, taking the Redbirds back down to the state tournament.
An overall record of 382 and 104 for Winchester at the helm of the De Pere Redbirds. Coops no good on that shot. Jensen will take it up the floor. Coach of the year in the FVA is Chris Kellett, who's also in attendance tonight of Appleton North.
Jensen all over the place, and he'll fire up a three. Why not?
Holds the FVA, that is, with a juke.
21-19.
Bibbs with the answer.
Nothing. Ivy dropping it in, going the other direction. Ivy, an interesting story. Came up, transferred into Bayport School District from Romeoville, Illinois.
Yep.
Heading off to Dubuque, Iowa to play at Loris College. Loris has become an outstanding program on the Division III level.
Ivy was a member of Team Halliburton.
Not a bad situation to be in. Tyrese playing in the FVA not too long ago, just 8 years ago.
Ivy, another three attempt, too strong. Here's Ott. Not a Plu. 24-19 our score. Here's Easy. Ott will drive inside. Nice reverse layup.
That's a pretty play. And that all started with Easy's assist underneath. He got that little three-man game going with that first pass.
A.J. Ivy, step back three in the face of Easy. Too short. Here's Plu working quickly up the floor. Plu trying to slam it. No. Right there was Bryce Ott to finish it off.
Keegan had dreams of glory there. Didn't quite work out.
Yeah, Keegan Plu, I respect it. Stands 6 foot even, does the guard. His head coach, Cam Cerrone, is here tonight as well. Just finished his first season at the helm of the Papermakers. Here's Buchter driving inside. Left hand off the glass, no. Right there to finish that one off was Matt Stevens.
Stevens now with 5 points.
(26-23), the FRCC lead. Here's Ware. Right-hand hook shot couldn't go.
I think Joey got surprised by Easy's pass. Another attempted dunk. That didn't work out too well.
By Blake Boer. Easy comes away with a deflection. One-on-one, Plu. Bounce pass, has Easy, and he lays it in to finish.
6 points for the Appleton West Terror.
26-25. Here's FRCC. Jack Buchter getting inside the paint, kicking out. Boer for three. Too strong. Rebound was nearly won by Buchter. Here's a three. Air ball into the hands of Easy. That's right. Just how he drew it up. Was trying to do it that way.
It's over the top so nobody can steal the pass.
FVA now leads 27-26. It's a fun time. Tony Giordano, Dick Napinski, along with Zach Morris, Gary Brolowski for the OSI video stream. Brought to you by The Score. There's Keegan Plu. Step back three. Off the front of the rim, no. Here's Ivy. Kick out Buchter. Buchter working inside. Tried to get it high off the glass. No good. Easy. Getting underneath, feeding Ware.
Hey, we have an official's whistle.
He stepped out of bounds.
I think that's the first call for any kind of malfeasance on the court whatsoever.
And it comes, that's almost 15 minutes into the game. They will keep the clock running. A few different faces in there now. Again, FVA working a bit shorthanded due to some last-minute changes.
Playing some 1-3-1 zone.
Here's Weber on the far side of the floor. Gets it poked away. Nice job by Bryce Ott. Ott fires it up the floor to Hardy. Hardy wide open for three. Good.
He had a wide open layup. He said, nah, this is an all-star game. It's a step back.
30-26 as this one goes out of bounds off of Bryce Ott. Off the inbound for three, no. Weber trying to fight for it, can't get it. Herlash for three, splash. Nothing but net from Herlash. 1 point game yet again.
Herlash had 11 points in the state semifinal game against Madison Memorial.
Jackson Anderson, spin move off of Herlash, air ball. Buchter will grab it.
Yeah, I think you can. Some of these players calling for the foul. I don't think you're going to get a lot of calls tonight.
I don't think so either. Force of habit, maybe.
Yeah.
Weber gets to the deflection. Deep three in front of the FVA bench. Off the back rim. Now in the corner for three. That one was Coops. This one's knocked out of bounds. Dick, you and I were treated to one of those once-in-a-lifetime type of games where it's just a phenomenal atmosphere and game when it came down to Kaukauna and Appleton North with a trip to the state tournament on the line from Oshkosh North just over a month ago, and what a treat that game was to call.
That was a tremendous game, a tight, gritty game. Every possession really became important. Couldn't take a possession off in that one, and the Lightning prevailing, making their first state trip.
Grant Hardy, spin move off of Weber.
That was a pretty move.
And he is,
Hardy.
Again, he is one of those athletes. You could put him anywhere and he'd be good at it. Here's Buchter splashing a three. It's a close game. We're tied, 32 all.
3:45 left in the half. Anderson wants to get involved.
Hardy for another three. No, that one was just a pick it up and toss it. Weber. Now to Herlash for three, back rim. No.
Really nice job by Bryce Ott controlling that with one hand and tapping it to a teammate.
Ooh, nice move there from Bryce Ott. One of the 1,000-point scorers on the floor.
Ott now with 8 in this game.
Opting not to go for the potential goaltend there. 34 all. Here's Jensen. Was running into Warden and then just picked it up and was like, I'm done with it. I'm just going to slam it here.
Just put this away. Yeah.
Coops, now Herlash. Good. And another substitution timeout. 36-37 after the three.
I think Herlash is the first one to double digits here this evening.
2.5 to go in the first. Guys, 2.5 to go.
Oh, 2.5 until halftime.
Catch a little break. I mean, we'll see if they have any halftime festivities.
Hardy for three, no. Rebound there from Stevens. Now Ivy. High off the backboard, no good. Couple last second tips there. That one also no good, coming from Dorgu. Now to the corner, here's a three. Warden, no. Here's Plough. Plough, spin move at the free throw line, fade away, too short.
That's a driveway shot right there, Tony.
It is.
That's one you work on in your driveway.
This is driveway basketball.
Yeah.
This is just pickup game. Fun all-star game festivity. Step back, Dorgu for three. We'll get it to go. 40-36.
And we saw last year the FRCC pull away in the second half. Started to get hot.
Ware underneath.
Nicely guarded that time by Jack Warden. Oh, they were trying the big-time move to Dorgu.
Just out of his reach. Ware on the baseline, right hand will just touch it through. Here's Ivy. A.J. Ivy. Driving on the right side of the lane, can't finish. Here's Keegan Plough. No look pass to Jensen. Now here's Hardy. Deep three won't go. Dorgu, off-balance shot. Carson Dorgu, a member of Team 1848. Says his career, future aspiration is to be an NBA star.
Yeah. Heading off to Northern Michigan next year to start his college career.
Final 15 seconds. Jensen, I think, wants the last shot for his FVA team. Finds themselves down by 2. Final 12 seconds. Jensen goes. Dishes to Ware. No. Intercepted by Warden. Warden to Bohr. Trying to feed it off the backboard to Dorgu. It gets there. Dorgu can't finish on the first lay-in. Gets the second right before the buzzer. It's 42-38 at halftime. And Team FRCC has the lead over the FVA Conference.
Yeah, it's been a fun first half, and FVA's had some opportunities, haven't been quite able to put the shots away. You saw a couple of them underneath. They had the openings, just couldn't put them down at that point.
So we are going to step aside for just a brief moment. We'll bring it right back for more coverage of this FVA FRCC All-Star Classic. Again, you're watching this on the OSI video stream live from Kaukauna High School.
Hi, my name is Dr. Todd Schubkegel. Open 7 days a week, our Orthopedic and Sports Institute walk-in clinic is here for you to provide access to quick expert care for work-related injuries, sprains and strains, fractures, sports injuries, and more. No appointment needed, just expert orthopedic care when you need it most. For immediate orthopedic care in Appleton, visit our OSI walk-in clinic located on the corner of I-41 and Ballard Road. Call today to start your journey to a pain-free life.
A century is made up of minutes, but more importantly, of moments. Moments of hard work, dedication, challenges, and triumphs. From Myron Construction, the past 100 years were built by the steady hands of tradespeople who laid a strong foundation, and continues to thrive because of our passionate team members. As we close this significant chapter of our history, our sights are set on what we will accomplish together in the years to come, because together we'll continue building excellence.
Welcome back to the OSI video stream. Tony Giordana, Dick Napinski, along with Zach Morris, Gary Brolowski, a full team effort here from Kaukauna High School.
I actually have some stats here for you all.
We have stats.
Yeah.
All right, Dick Napinski, never taking a game off. What do you got?
Well, first of all, for FRCC, Isaac Herlash leads the way. He has 10 points so far. Dorgu has with 8. Buchter with 5. Also Stevens with 5. Weber has 5. Ivy and Warden with 3 each for the FRCC. Meanwhile, for the FVA, you've got Easy and Ott, each with 8 points. 7 points for Andrew Jensen. Also 8 points for Grant Hardy. 4 points for Joey Ware. And 3 points for Jackson Anderson here in the first half.
And what do we? Anyone in foul trouble?
No one has a foul yet. So it's been a very clean game.
Yes, it has been.
Well, it's been a loosely officiated game, shall we say.
That's a good way to put it. Yes. All right. Well, these two teams are ready to come back out here again. The FVA conference is in the white uniforms. The FRCC conference, the FRCC, is in their dark or colored uniforms. 42-38, FRCC leads. We have 20 minutes back on the clock. There was some actual coaching going on for the FVA over on the sideline.
Now Joey LaChapelle. Oh, Andrew Jensen saving that high pass. Now with 9 points.
A playful, what do you call that, when Matt Emming just kind of brushed his hand over at Joey LaChapelle. They know each other very well, obviously.
Yeah, his teammates on the UW Oshkosh team.
Here's Easy, getting it to Hardy. And now Plu. Plu trying to finish with a drive on the left lane, and we'll lay it in.
First basket for Keegan Plu here this evening.
Carson Dorgu says his favorite subject in school is AP Psychology.
Oh, not to mention the fadeaway jumper.
He doesn't like the easy subjects, I could tell.
No.
AP Psychology? Okay, wow. Braylon Easy to Jensen, the winner of the dunk contest. Hardy won't finish. Easy was trying to lay that one off the backboard, couldn't get it to go.
Leo Weber. Weber, deep three, air ball and out of bounds. Says his future career aspirations, this is Leo Weber of Notre Dame, is that after he's done with college, he'd like to help coach a team.
Oh, okay.
Maybe some coaching in his future.
Well, we've seen a lot of the players in past years suddenly show up as coaches.
Oh! Dorgu with the block on Andrew Jensen on his home court. Here's Weber feeding Herlash, who lays it in. 46-42.
Herlash now with 12 points to lead everybody in tonight's game.
How about the defense there from Dorgu blocking Andrew Jensen? That's no easy task.
I think Andrew was just trying the big sweep play, and Dorgu was right there with his long reach.
Dorgu now on offense, couldn't get it to go. Weber tried to throw it off of Hardy. Here's Ott. Jensen for three. In and out, no. Here's Micah Cooch, member of Manitowoc United.
Yep.
And gets that one to go from the free throw line. Favorite movie, get this, Micah Cooch, Pitch Perfect.
Oh, wow, okay.
That's a wild card movie pick. Did not see that one coming. Here's Bryce Ott for three, no.
Yeah, this is about the point of the game last year where things started to deteriorate a little bit more.
That one out of bounds off of Jensen.
Chase for the ball down there.
Buchter, a deep three. Back rim, no.
I think we might have the closest things to official stats in this game of anybody.
I would imagine that we do. Hardy bounce pass to Easy on the baseline. He doesn't want to go up with it. In the sea of defenders, gets it to Ott, who will finish.
Passes to himself off the missed shot. 10 points for Bryce Ott.
Coops for three, no. Rebound by Ott. This one nearly batted out of bounds. Easy will save it. And he's just everywhere. You can tell.
You can tell he's playing full speed tonight.
Yes.
For him, this is not an all-star game. This is a chance to show, tough year for the Terrors and the FVA, but say, hey, I can stay with these guys.
Hardy to Jensen. Jensen will slam it in. Can't leave the lane wide open if you don't want that to happen.
And that's his third dunk of the night.
And it ties the game at 48. We'll swap some players out on the floor.
See Ivy back in there. Stevens is back in from Bayport. Jack Warden is checked back in, the Notre Dame prospect. Herlash, who is our leading scorer in the game so far.
Burr for three. Good. Splashes that one through.
First hoop for the Sheboygan North senior.
Here's Hardy to Jackson Anderson for three. Anderson, no.
Got a kind of a G League feel to it. The music going full tilt with it in the background.
Here's Boer for three again. No, that one couldn't go. Anderson, the rebound, standing 6 foot even. Gets it to Ott now. Ott, off balance shot, gets his own rebound. Feeds Ware, who dunks it in.
I think Jory wasn't quite expecting that one either, but reconnoitered himself well.
Herlash for three. Splash.
Wow, 15 points for Isaac Herlash.
Isaac Herlash, his pregame rituals: eat a pack of raspberries and take a nap. What a combination.
Wonder if there's an order to that.
Yeah, that's a great question. Sleep them off, maybe, the calories of a raspberry? I don't know.
Grant Hardy drops in a three.
54-53. That three is no good from Warden. Also a football player. Here's Herlash. That one's too short. Here's Hardy for three. No.
Yeah, we've got a lot of guys going to go on and play football in college instead of basketball out of this group this year. Oh, we have a foul.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
On Bryce Ott.
Bryce Ott going to be.
When he throws up his hands, what do you mean a foul?
Well, somebody has to have the first one. Joey LaChapelle asking what. He said, I can't get a call at our end here, just. So AJ Ivy coming in, averaging 15.4 this year, 72% from the line during the season. But not so much there. But Ivy hit the game-winning shot in his first home game with his new team this year.
Hello to Bayport. That'd be one heck of a welcome. It's 55-53 after his trip to the line. A hard football pass in from Grant Hardy, the quarterback. Ott couldn't handle it. He loses it. Ivy to Bohr, and Bohr tosses it out of bounds. Can you tell Grant Hardy's a quarterback with that throw?
Yep.
Wow. Wonder what the velocity was. You could have put a radar gun on that throw into Ott.
Well, Hardy, WBCA All-State selection in Division I, as was Bryce Ott. Bryce Ott heading off to Minnesota State in Mankato next year.
Easy to Jensen. Jensen.
Gets it back from Herlihy.
What a pass to Easy. And now Plouffe for three. Too short. Dorgu the rebound. Ooh, nice move underneath, but couldn't finish.
Yeah, really nice defense by Easy that time.
Free from Herlihy, no. Weber the rebound, out of bounds.
Joey LaChapelle pointing it right out. He's into this. Yeah, his first coaching gig, wants it to be a success.
Crashing into the seats down there. Do you think they really need that many seats?
You never know. They may pick up some players during the game.
55-53. Easy. Getting it in. Herlihy will finish.
Nice cut that time. You can tell that's just a basic basketball move. Guys weren't really in good position, and you saw Malachi see that and just cut down the lane.
Kubsch trying to work around Easy. Evenly stacked players. Easy will win the battle defensively. It goes to Buchter. Buchter inside the paint. Try to get it to Kubsch. His own teammate Dorgu intercepted. Now back to Buchter for three. No. Keegan Plouffe the rebound. Here's Plouffe. Bounce pass. Herlihy. Now. Corner. Easy for three. Good. Braylon Easy puts FVA on top. 58-55.
13 points now for Easy.
Now Weber. No. That was a nice feed on that last play by Keegan Plouffe, who, by the way, averaged 6.5 yards per carry as a running back for Kimberly. 7 rushing touchdowns for the Papermakers in the football season.
Yeah, he had a couple great years as a running back for Kimberly.
Where? Here's Plouffe, as we just mentioned, on the left side, driving the baseline. Reverse layup off the glass. That was pretty from Keegan Plouffe.
That was impressive. He got the ball slapped a little bit there, managed to control it.
60-55 now the lead. Just over halfway into the second. Weber from the left wing, determining what to do. Drives on the right side. Inside the free throw line, no good.
It'll be interesting to see. They've been having some fun. Does it get more competitive as we get down toward the end?
Forward to Buchter. Buchter for three. Splash. And a timeout. What a job there from Jack Buchter. Says his favorite basketball player was Muggsy Bogues because he was the shortest player to ever play in the NBA, and he didn't let his height impact the way he played.
There you go.
Well, that's a great role model to have. 60-58. Here's
Here's Hardy, now Anderson. Anderson driving inside to the baseline. No, to the block, I should say. Now out to Jensen. Andrew Jensen, left-hand dribble. Back out to Anderson. Anderson lost it. Herlash and Ott says no thank you. And you can see why Bryce Ott was a unanimous all FVA and all defensive player. But here's a three from his teammate Jackson Anderson. Anderson, by the way, a good wide receiver for Oshkosh North. 18 receptions, 212 yards, and 6 touchdowns this past season.
Yeah. 3-sport athlete going to go play baseball at UW Oshkosh next year.
Easy to Anderson. Once again, Anderson. No. 63-58, 8 to go. A.J. Ivy will lay it in. Bryce Ott laid off that one defensively.
Yeah, neither team has had more than a 6-point lead in this game, by the way.
Easy? No. These two teams, they want it. They're keeping it close. And another whistle.
Jackson Anderson. Otherwise, it was going to be on Bryce Ott, who would have committed both fouls in this game.
So the two Oshkosh North Spartans.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Ivy for 3. No.
Okay, we've got about 2.5 minutes left before we get to the dead ball, which will reset the clock or reset the scoreboard. And Jensen was trying to set up the Hardy to get something inside. Jensen wants the ball on the post.
Jensen on the block, feeds Anderson. Now to Ott, who slams it in with a running head start. And the athleticism is on display here tonight. 65-60.
5th dunk for the FVA this evening.
Ivy tried to lay it in off the left side with his right hand. No. Anderson gets blocked. Oh. Feed to Buchter. Buchter for 3. Wide open. Head all day. And he knocks it down. 2-point game.
That's his 3rd three-pointer of the evening.
Jackson Anderson.
He got kind of lost in the trees there, but couldn't put away the fade away.
6:05 on the clock. 2 minutes to go. Buchter for 3 again. FRCC on top. 6 to go.
It looked like the FVA was starting to grab control of this.
A block defensively. Here's A.J. Ivy up the floor, driving the lane. No, Andrew Jensen playing defense.
Yeah, that's good defense there. You have 6'10". You just kind of reach out for that one.
Jensen. Oh, couldn't finish the layup. Herlash got blocked for a moment there, but fought through it to get that one to go. 3-point lead.
Yeah, 17 points for Isaac.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Breakaway. Oh, and great
slaps
defense.
It away. Yep.
From Easy.
Oh, nice job by Braylon. Got in there. And, well, you give away that much height, all you can do is kind of reach in and get the ball as it's coming up.
Just got to keep playing hard.
All right, now we've got the break here on the dead ball.
5 minutes to go.
So what that means, now you reset. It's 68-65. So 83
yep.
is the point. First team to 83. So the FRCC has to find 15 points, but if the FVA gets 18, they win this game.
First team to 83. Who will get there? FRCC won last year over FVA in the first All-Star Classic.
Dorgu wanted to erase 3 of it right away on that.
The MVP last year again was Amari Allen.
Yeah, they played it straight up on the clock last year.
They did. Who will the MVP be this year? Handoff, Weber. Weber to Dorgu. Dorgu takes the 3. No. Here's Plu. Off the floor.
He does not have numbers. It was 1 on 5.
Wise move of him to slow down. Jensen and Hardy going back and forth.
Hardy's looking for a 3.
He'll take one and make it! And an emotionless reaction. You can tell he's locked into this one, tying it at 68.
Well, now here's where the competition starts to take place. First team to score their next 15 points. Joey Ware's going to pick up a foul and send Coops to the line.
Third team foul.
No team fouls on the FRCC yet this evening.
All 3 that have been called tonight have been on the FVA.
It's a more physical conference.
It is.
I'm making that up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, like you said, both physical, both competitive, both talented, as we've seen tonight.
%50 for the FRCC at the line tonight.
That's right. 69-68. We'll see if that comes back to hurt FRCC, FVA. Grant Hardy trying to lay it in, no. Here's Dorgu. Action picks up with the music. Boer for 3. Good! A rainbow shot from Boer.
Oh, big shot there. 4-point lead.
6'4" forward Blake Boer. 1,000-point scorer, can shoot well from 3. Nearly 30% throughout the season, and it's been on full display tonight. Now Jensen. Jensen fighting through contact is good. Pass up the floor. This one goes out of bounds. Matt Stevens was trying to make some magic down on that end of the floor.
Yeah, FRCC needs 11 points. FBA needs 13. Easy taking a look, trying to set some things up. Double high post again with Hardy and Jensen.
Hardy to Jensen. Jensen inside the arc. Trying to back down Dorgu. Jensen pass to the corner. Hardy bluffed a 3. Through his legs. Now back to Jensen. In the corner. Now Hardy. Bluffed a 3. Drives inside. Greg Hardy with contact is good. Ties the game and will go to the line.
And Grant Hardy just hung with that one. He was looking for a 3 ball all the way, but then saw the opening. Ties this one up. See if they can get themselves 10 points away from the win.
And he does.
Hardy with 9 points in the second half.
73-72.
Now 17 on the game for the Appleton North senior.
Dorgu. Coops. Weber. Weber.
Oh, he got up there and realized he was stuck.
He did. Bounce pass to Coops. Now back to Weber. Weber left hand dribble. Free throw line. Step back to the perimeter for 3, and it's good. Oh, what a shot from Leo Weber. 75-73. This is a battle, folks. This is about as much intensity as you will get in an all-star game.
8 points needed for the FRCC.
Easy. Driving the lane. No. Jensen goes up, trying to get that rebound over a couple of defenders, and it's out of bounds.
And see, Joey LaChapelle, he's going to ride with his starting 5 here to finish things up. FRCC getting some new bodies on the floor. Got A.J. Ivey back into the ball game. Jack Warden's checked back in. Herlash, who's had a big scoring night for the FRCC, has the ball.
Herlash to the baseline. Out to Buchter. Buchter spin move off of Easy and lays it off the glass and good. What a move from Jack Buchter. Makes it 77-73.
Buchter, 11 points in the second half.
6 points to go for FRCC. 10 for FVA. Bryce Ott makes it 8 with the slam dunk. Hangs on the rim for an extra second, making it a 2-point game.
FVA has the lead in dunks tonight, Tony.
Easily. Ivy to Buchter. Buchter, DeBoer, deep three in the middle. No. Jensen to Hardy. Hardy for three. Too short. Ott will fight for the rebound. Get it to Easy now, Jensen. Jensen to Plu. Plu. No good from three. Bit of a line drive shot there from Keegan. Here's Boer. Blake Boer. No.
Good D by Jensen.
He got there just in the nick of time. Plu bounce pass to Jensen. On the right side, one-on-one with Boer. Jensen to the baseline. Bit of contact. Picks up the dribble. Cross-court pass to Hardy. Wide open for three. No.
Oh, Ott tried to keep it alive. Almost got it, but couldn't quite corral it.
You saw Grant Hardy give the thumbs up there to Jensen. He gave it right back. Nice communication there. Who are teammates for the night. Ivy will pop a three. Splash! Ivy with a triple makes it 80-75. FRCC needs another three to win it.
Think AJ liked that moment?
I think so. Andrew Jensen to the left side. Now to Easy. Easy to Jensen for three. Good! A triple from Jensen on his home floor makes it 80-78.
Think FRCC looking for a three ball here?
I think so. They're looking for the win. AJ Ivy. The metallic light blue shoes. Step back, spin move, drives. No good on the lay-in. Here's Jensen. No whistle. Hardy wide open for three and the lead. Good! 81-80. Timeout on the floor from FRCC. You think they're trying to draw up a game-winning three? Man, this is fun.
Well, Matt Immig has the whiteboard now. He's going to be out there with the markers. Well, you take a look at who's had some of the big ones for the FRCC. Buchter, 4 3-pointers tonight. Her last 3 3-pointers. Ivy had that big one just a few seconds ago. And I think they realize they need a three ball.
They do.
The 2-point shot, because they give up a basket to the FVA on the other end. It's over. Which makes it the interesting part of this entire situation with this scoring, that it doesn't matter what the clock says. You just have to hold them off of that point total.
Again, if you missed this detail, this year's FVA FRCC All-Star Classic, when they got to the 4 or 5 minute mark, they changed the ending to where the leading scoring team, you had 15 to their score, and that is whoever gets to that point wins the game. And when they stopped the play about 5 game minutes ago, the final score was 83 you had to get to.
Here we go.
FRCC looking for the game-winning three. Can they get it? Leo Weber. Weber left-hand dribble, being guarded by Ott out on the perimeter. Gets it to Ivy. AJ Ivy being guarded by Keegan Plu. Ivy directing traffic.
Yeah, you can see these guys have locked down all of a sudden.
Jack Buchter being guarded by Hardy. Buchter looking for separation against Hardy. Can't find it. Back to Weber. Weber looking for separation. None from Easy. Oh, you love this action. Weber to Warden. Jack Warden to Ivy. AJ Ivy being guarded by Jensen. AJ Ivy will drive inside, will lay it in, and good. They're within 1 point, but now it comes down to FVA. If they score here, they win it.
Yeah. Joey LaChapelle wants a timeout.
Draw up an offensive play. You asked if they were going to draw up white plays on that whiteboard. There's one coming right now.
Well, and the first thing you think of is, okay, how many defenders are going to be around Andrew Jensen on the block?
I would guess all of them.
Yeah. But then you've got, let's see if Bryce Ott comes into the game, because Grant Hardy's in there right now. And there's no shot clock, so if you're the FVA, you can keep looking for an opening.
Yeah.
No need to take a long three. You don't have to do that. Just find a good shot, a good 2-point shot to win this one.
Yeah, you can see right into that FVA huddle.
If I'm Joey LaChapelle, I'm saying, guys, this is going to come down to Andrew Jensen on his home court, winner of the dunk contest. Can he get it done for FVA? We'll see as they break the huddle, come out of the timeout. Essentially, the next score wins.
Yep.
Between these two, unless it comes down to some free throw, but I can't imagine there's going to be a foul called at this point.
FRCC is going to try to pick up. There we go, into the backcourt. Weber all over, easy.
Easy between his legs, dribble, getting it to Jensen. Jensen being guarded by Bohr. Jensen to Hardy. Hardy feeding Jensen, and Jensen lays it in for the win. Team FVA victorious in the second annual FVA versus FRCC All-Star Classic here in 2026. A standing ovation from the crowd for the performance from each side. This was an intense battle in this All-Star game.
Well, it was all fun and games until 5 minutes left. And then suddenly with the new point total, they got serious, and you could tell the last couple possessions, it was lockdown defense. It was going back to what your high school coaches told you. You went in and you were looking for the good shot, and FVA did a great job. They gave up the two-pointer to A.J. Ivey and managed to pull that off. So we've got, what a nice finish, though, these two teams going after one another.
They're awaiting the MVP award. Do we have final totals in the box score while we wait?
Well, I can do some of that real quickly here.
Sure.
We'll go through the FRCC first. We've got 16 points out of Buchter, 6 from Burr tonight, 10 points from Dorgu, 17 points for Herlash, 11 points out of A.J. Ivey, Coops with 3, Stevens finished with 5, Warden with 3, and Weber came up with 8 points tonight for the FRCC. Meanwhile, Jackson Anderson finished with 6 tonight. Hardy with 5 3-pointers on the night and finishing with 20 points. Easy, nice game out of the Appleton West senior, completing his high school career with 13 points tonight. Jensen doing some quick totaling here.
Couple of dunks.
18 points. Yep, he had 3 dunks among those. 14 points out of Bryce Ott. Keegan Plew with 4 points. Joey Ware finished with 6, and Hurley had 2 for the FBA this evening, who won this one 83-82. So a fun ball game, what you expect high school all-star games to be. Just a good time all the way around on that one.
Here's the announcement. Who MVP?
With 18 points on the floor, 13 boards to add to it. From your host, Kaukauna Ghost, give it up for the FVA number 5, Andrew.
Well, Andrew Jensen going to have a couple of trophies to take home.
That's right.
Bookends now, winning the dunk contest a little bit earlier.
Had 20 points, and they announced 13 rebounds as well. A double-double.
So let's see if we can get him up here once again. He's going to be sick of talking to us.
I know, right? The third time today.
Yeah.
There it is. Congratulations to Jensen. The FVA and FRCC now tied one apiece through the first 2 All-Star Classics.
Well, I really like the way this one ended with that, the opportunity for a team to get back into it.
Likewise.
At the end. And it was a really fine way to finish up here this evening. So Kaukauna High School doing a great job hosting. They hosted a girls All-Star Classic at the end of March as well, so happy to see that. Coach Rob Hendrickson and Kaukauna getting together to have that one. So an outstanding way to finish up the high school basketball season, Tony.
That is absolutely right, and it was an intense battle. It was fun to call. I mean, it was just pure fun, even from the beginning. I mean, this was, you could tell these two teams were really battling to try to win this one. It wasn't, one team's starting to pull away. Like you said, it was within 6 the entire game.
Yeah, well, it was a lot of fun and games. I think through much of the first half, we saw some interesting passes, some interesting shots, guys trying stuff and so forth. But it really turned out, you could tell, when they hit that point total, that, okay, first team to 83, that's when it got really interesting and guys started locking down on both ends of the floor, looking for their shots and trying to keep the other team from making theirs.
So Andrew Jensen, who is going to DePaul. Later this summer, he will head down that way.
is today's MVP of the All-Star game, not to mention he won the dunk contest also. And today's three-point contest was won by Kinston Vang of Ashwaubenon. So those are your contest winners and MVPs in this one. And again, we're still just awaiting Andrew Jensen, who is speaking with a local reporter right now. But he will head this way in just a moment. But this is always fun to do. It's always a good time. Thanks to Kaukauna for hosting us on the OSI video stream and for hosting this event. They do a great job with it. And hopefully something they continue to do year after year.
Well, I think with the Kaukauna Hoops Club, they've gotten very involved with the tournaments here. They've got the shootout that occurs early in the season, brings a lot of great teams into Kaukauna High School. And you've seen it through Mike Shallow and now Ryan Bowers, just the development of this program over the past several decades to become one of the preeminent programs in the state. First of all, in Division II, where they won a couple of state titles, and now moving into Division I as well as their enrollment has increased.
And these are good. Obviously, all contestants in this event tonight are seniors who are headed out of their programs, but meant a lot to their teams. And these are teams that competed. We mentioned it in the open. These are teams who, within the last 5 years, have gone to state, have competed in their conferences. These are teams who have had Conference Coaches of the Year. And again, there's two of the better conferences that you will find in the state of Wisconsin battling it out in a fun competition here.
Yeah, well, you've seen it through the years too. Just the way these teams have reached the state tournament and so forth. Just some outstanding programs, outstanding coaches, and now see a lot of these seniors getting photos with family, friends, and so forth as they wrap up their high school career.
Yeah, and I think I don't know that we'll get a chance to speak to Andrew Jensen once again. He is being pulled in some other directions down there, but that's all right. We've talked to him a couple times in tonight's broadcast, so we will just go ahead and close out our coverage here tonight. But again, in the All-Star game itself, FVA wins a fun one, 83-82 over the FRCC. Well, we appreciate you watching us and tuning into this. Again, this is the OSI video stream. I'm Tony Giordana signing off for my partner Dick Dupinski, Zach Morris, and Gary Berlowski, who are here on behalf of the score as well. 83-82 the final. Thank you for watching the OSI video stream covering the second annual FVA FRCC All-Star Classic.